Okay, great. I
I'm
remember.
too shy to share anything. It has taken a lot of courage to raise my hand.
Oh, I'm so glad that you raised your hand. And did anything show up as we were talking that seems like a goal you want to work with or an obstacle towards a goal?
So, marketing has been a big obstacle. The fear of marketing.
The fear of I didn't understand the word exactly.
When it comes to marketing and
Marketing. Oh, I understand. And that's a great one because so many people can relate to that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me about how you experience that fear. Is it in words? Is it in sensations? What happens when you think of
Uh,
that?
I don't know. It's a sensation, probably.
Yeah.
It feels like heavy burden on my chest,
Okay. Yeah.
and it always feels like I'm bragging about myself, and then it doesn't feel good.
Okay. Yeah. So that's really clear. I want to just acknowledge how clear you are about the sensation, the heaviness on the chest, and also the feeling of bragging that that doesn't feel good or authentic.
Mhm.
I use the word authentic. I don't know, how
Yeah.
does that word connects to you, authentic?
Um, well, I know that if I'm being a coach, I'm doing it to help people, and I want to be. I am genuine and authentic,
Mhm.
but then it just feels like I'm praising myself, and it's something that I'm not used to doing, and that's the reason it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
So,
almost like feeling guilty when I'm talking about what I'm good at.
yeah. So there's guilt also. So there's fear and there's guilt. And when you go to the word guilt, how do you experience that? If you just notice that guilt,
Um, Notice as in a physical feeling,
just
or
I'm wondering what shows up as you say that again, what you just shared, that when you're talking about what you know you're good at, you said there was some guilt there. And I'm just very curious what that means for you.
so actually what has happened is I have changed my career multiple times,
Mhm.
and every time I've changed my career, I have excelled in what I did. Although in my previous roles or my previous jobs, I never had to market myself or sell myself.
Mhm.
I think it
Mhm.
was that selling that kind of brings that feeling of guilt.
Yeah.
That why do I need to prove myself in order
Ah.
to get work?
Okay, that's very clear. Why do I need to prove myself to get the work? Do I have it right? Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 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 So let's just bring in some deep breathing. How is deep breathing for you? Does deep breathing feel good?
Yeah, it does feel good.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I
So let's
meditate regularly and it feels good.
okay. So just take a couple deep breaths now and just connecting with that part of you that feels very authentic, and that part of you that really does connect to your truth and your work in a healthy way, just so you know that's always there as a resource that you can breathe and connect into that. And if it's okay with you, today we'll use a creative exercise. You can open your eyes again,
Mhm.
and we'll use a creative exercise to kind of get the creative mind, the part of you that has dreams and ideas spontaneously, that intuitive part of you, to help you in this relationship to the marketing and to the emotions of the fear and guilt around the marketing. Is that okay with you?
Mhm, sure.
Okay, great. So if your marketing part of your career were we can use anything you want. We can use a room, a building, somewhere outside. It could be an animal. It could be a kind of vacation. What comes to you as something it could be as a representation?
Uh, a brick wall,
A
a
brick wall.
solid
Okay.
brick wall that I cannot break.
Okay. And what color are the bricks?
Brown.
Brown. Okay. And where is the brick wall in relation to you when you imagine it?
It's just in front of
In
me.
front. Okay. Okay.
And
And
basically it's not anywhere around me. So at least I'm thankfully not surrounded entirely by it. It's just in front of me.
that's great to notice. It's just in front of you. And is it as tall as you, taller, shorter? What's the height like of the brick wall? And just trust yourself, trust your imagination. Like we're going to have fun with this brick wall, okay?
Yeah, it's not too tall. Maybe if I make a little bit of effort, I can climb over it.
Oh, great. And do you want to climb over it or do you want to change it? What do you want to do with it?
Uh, the first instinct is running around it because it is only in front.
Oh, good. So what do you need to have to be able to run around it? Do you need speed? Do you need vision? What do you need to run around it?
Um, it just doesn't feel right though. I feel like I need to climb over it and then cross over it rather than running around. It feels like I'm escaping if I run around it.
Okay, let's trust that then. So you want to be able to climb over it. So what would you like to bring to be able to climb over it? You can bring anything from the world into your imagination. What would you bring to climb over the brick wall?
A small step ladder.
Okay. And what is the step ladder made of? Is it metal, plastic, wood?
The first one that comes to my mind is the small metal one that I have in my house.
Okay, great. So imagine you bring that step ladder and what does it feel like to put your body into the right position to take that first step? Can you imagine it physically?
Yeah, it's easy,
It's easy. Okay.
not
And
difficult.
are you balancing or do you hold on to something to take that next step on the step ladder? Do you touch the wall? What do you do?
Uh, well, both. Um, I can put it very close to the wall,
Okay.
hold on to the ladder as well, one hand on the ladder and one hand on the wall.
Okay, perfect. So imagine that. And then you have that steadiness and then you take the next step.
Mhm.
And I don't know at what point you are able to how does it work with your body going over the wall? What happens?
Mm. I can almost lean on the wall.
Mm, okay, lean on it. Do you feel the texture of the wall? Is it on your clothing? Is it on your skin? Is it hot or cold?
Um, it's just room temperature, so
Okay,
not too hot, not too cold. It's
okay,
okay. It's comfortable.
okay. Does it feel scratchy or soft, or how does it feel?
Yeah, a little scratchy.
A little scratchy. Okay, so lean into that scratchiness. And then just imagine you working, is it your leg goes over first, or how do you get over it?
My hands,
Your hands.
both my hands, and my feet are still on the ladder.
Okay, so now getting the rest of your body over it in a safe way. Imagine that. Maybe one hand has to move around the top of the brick wall
Uh,
or a leg. I don't know how you do it. You can bring in
it
any magical
feels like
quality you want.
yeah, it feels like now I'm already at the top, and
Okay.
I'm almost sitting on that brick wall.
Oh, nice. What does it feel like to sit on the brick wall?
A little scared,
Yeah.
fear, because I want to jump on the other side.
How far down is it? How high up are you?
around 8 feet or so.
Okay. And so what do you see from the top of this brick wall?
Uh, it's an open ground.
An
Mm,
open ground. Let's be creative here in this. Let's like kind of take our time here, enjoying this for a moment.
okay.
And imagine what the view is. Bring anything you'd like that is helpful to you in the view that makes you want to go over the wall even more so that you're going towards something you'll enjoy. What could you bring in?
Mm, it's beautiful mountains. And so before you mentioned that, I felt like it was rough ground down below.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I'm feeling scared to jump
Uh huh.
over there
Uh huh.
because I'll get hurt.
Yeah.
But if you tell me to imagine, then I can imagine it as like soft green grass.
Nice. Soft green grass, and there are mountains. And can you bring anything else in that's really welcoming to you on this other side so you can see it? Something you want to go down and connect with.
Mm, probably my family.
Oh, great, great.
my
What are they doing on the grass? Tell me what you imagine.
uh, my kids, they can cheer me up. That come on, mom, you can do it.
That's perfect. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay, good. So just enjoy that for a moment, that moment before you go over, and feel free to bring the kids into the imagination and just noticing what tools you want to lean against the wall or have on the other side that will help you. Is there another ladder? Is there something else soft that helps you get down from the wall? What do you imagine?
I think just a helping hand and from my husband and the cheers from my kids. So
Oh, that's great.
the support from my family.
Yeah, so his helping hand, the kids are cheering, and just imagine you do it now. Imagine yourself doing it. You come off that wall, you're on the other side. What's that like?
It's a feeling of accomplishment that I did it.
Great. And was there an impact? How did it feel when your feet hit the hit the ground?
uh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not as soft or smooth as the grass looks like. Um, it's a little bit difficult, but it's okay.
Okay. And do you want the kids to give you a hug, your husband to say something to you or make a motion? Just imagine the whole scene now. And imagine yourself in your body there, over the wall now, on the grass with the family, and just notice really what it feels like in your body to be there. Take a deep breath with that. Really appreciate whatever your imagination shows you in that accomplishment.
Yeah, so I can see them saying that we knew that you could do it, and we are always in it together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that is great. So tell me how that feels now in you right now, that sense of them saying that, you of taking that in, having gotten over the wall. What has is anything new or different?
Uh, so do I need to relate it back to where we started with the
No,
feeling?
just your experience right now, how the body feels, how the mind feels, the emotions. What's going on? There's no rules, so you can relate it to anything or to nothing. Mm.
It just feels good.
Okay. Okay, good, good. And
And
and let's just plan now a little. Let's bring a little planning now about what action you'd like to take this week in marketing yourself. What would be a first step you would like to take?
maybe talk to my family and tell them that I do need some cheerleading from them.
That's wonderful. That is a great idea. And can you imagine the conversation? Would it be with all of them or one at a time? Is there a different way your husband will support you than the kids?
So my husband and I are doing it together,
Oh,
although
good.
he also has his day job still, and
Yeah.
I'm doing it full time. So we keep discussing all of these things together, and he is of course there to support me.
Ah, nice.
And yeah, I think it will be good to share this experience with them together.
Yeah, and it sounds like what I heard through your experience that was so beautiful. Tell me if this connects to your experience. Is that it was that support, that cheerful connection, that hand reaching up that just gave you what you needed to go over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you notice that true, authentic, courageous connection, then what's possible now? What could you put out in your marketing that would feel better for you? What would come next?
Um, I don't know. So when it comes to, uh, I want to focus on relationship coaching,
Mhm.
and I feel too again shy and scared about sharing anything related to my family or pictures of my kids showing up on my website. So that feels a little odd to do.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, I know you're saying a lot, but what I'm kind of finding here, tell me if I'm right, is that you started to think, what do I want to have on my website?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So let's connect again to that moment of going over onto the grass with that cheering and that connection. And
Mhm.
let's just imagine, without it being a particular picture, what is the energy you want of images on your website? What are the emotions or the energy that you want to show people on your website?
Uh, happiness,
Okay.
connection, um, openness.
Openness. Great. And what would feel good for you, freeing in your marketing, to let go of? Is there anything you would like to let go of? Like, it has to be pictures of my family, or it has to be personal stories, or anything that you would like to let go of that would give you ease.
Yeah, personal stories.
Okay, so what is it like metaphorically to let go of that being something that you have to do?
Just exhaling it out.
Exhaling it out. Okay. Let go of those personal stories. There's so many different ways to present yourself. And let's just bring in that happiness, connection, openness, and any images that come to you of happiness, connection, openness that are just already in the world. So just let yourself bring in any images or experience of happiness, connection, openness. It could be a person's warm smile, the sun shining, anything at all.
Yeah, heart,
Heart.
heart
Okay.
pictures or And then, of course, there are other images, stock images available, which I can use.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, one thing, the level we're working at now is sort of like creative brainstorming about the marketing.
Mhm.
But what I want you to take away from this session, I hope, is that you have permission to let go of certain ideas you thought maybe were what was needed.
Okay.
And that, I'm hoping, does that help create a kind of openness to it?
Yes, it does.
That you're allowed to let go of certain things,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that you can return to that sense of jumping over the wall with that support right before you plan what's going to be my marketing step today.
Mm.
And so you're planning your marketing from that emotional space of that courage and that connection and that joy and that hearing your kids cheer and having your husband give you his hand. And from there, you make the decisions you need about the marketing.
Maybe just reaching out to my connections and friends and making myself comfortable about explaining what I do and what is coaching all about and what I'm getting into.
Great. That sounds like a great step. So, explaining, is there one person you want to start with? Is there one person to call, a friend who you think is kind or a good listener who would you could practice sharing with?
Yes, I can call a friend of mine.
Okay.
So I actually worked in technology industry for a long time, for more than 15 years. And since last 6 years or so, I haven't been keeping in touch with many of them. And I had so much resistance that I had not even updated my LinkedIn profile because I always had that fear of judging that, okay, what are they going to say that I have moved in a totally different profession now. So I think it will be good to start with a dear friend of mine who will not judge me or
Yeah.
will be excited to know that I'm doing something different.
Perfect. I think that is brilliant. I think that's a perfect step to take. And I love how you were able to get so clear. So thank you. Thank you for this coaching session demo. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Magali.
Oh, thank you. Okay, guys, let's come back as a group and kind of unpack this a little bit. So you notice that we didn't go too long on the brainstorming the actual steps. The the real help of this session is the work with the metaphor, experiencing going over that wall. And then the client can come up with what action feels right. I mean, I was supportive in that process of finding an action to take, and I asked several times, but that really came from her. And she can another suggestion might be at the end of a session like that I think is in the book, and so I'll say it now, is to sort of commit to when that conversation will happen, and maybe once a week or however often the client wants, to remember that experience of the metaphor of going over the wall or going over something else and that joy and accomplishment, and then come up with what the action is for that day. Or maybe they do it in advance and they know what they're planning to do on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And before they do it, they fill themselves with that experience again. Because what the metaphor work here is doing is it's giving a kind of atmosphere and emotion that makes it easier to take difficult action. So metaphor work like this, some areas it's helpful in is like dating coaching when someone has fear of dating, work meetings, having difficult conversations that might be around setting boundaries, actions to take around planning or organization, some kind of step that a person has to do professionally. So there's a lot of very practical parts of life that doing a metaphor session helps the client get the resources and also stimulates ideas for them of what feels the most important, relevant, truthful to do next.